Anti-tubercular drugs. Tuberculosis is a chronic granulomatous disease, a major health problem in developing countries caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Revised National Tuberculosis Control Program was launched in 1997. HIV patients are more vulnerable to TB infection and Mycobacterium avium complex. In this picture, you are seeing the TB bacilli. The TB bacilli are divided into four types: rapidly growing with high bacillary load, slow growing, and spurters means intermittently dividing bacilli, and dormant. Classification of anti tubercular drugs: first line drugs and second line drugs. First line drugs are high efficacy, low toxicity, and used routinely. Second line drugs have low efficacy and high toxicity, or both, mainly used to supplement the first line drugs or when the first line drugs cannot be used. Coming to the first line drugs, total 5 drugs are there: isoniazid, rifampicin, pyrazinamide, ethambutol, and streptomycin. Second line drugs for TB: fluoroquinolones, aminoglycosides, and others. Under fluoroquinolones, ofloxacin, levofloxacin, moxifloxacin, and ciprofloxacin. Aminoglycosides, which are injectable drugs, under that kanamycin, amikacin, and capreomycin. Others: para-amino salicylic acid, cycloserine, ethionamide, prothionamide, rifabutin, rifapentin, and terigidone. Unclear efficacy drugs like bedaquiline, clarithromycin, clofazimine, linezolid, coamoxiclav, imipenem. Coming to the first line drugs, all these are bactericidal except ethambutol, which is bacteriostatic. Isoniazid, otherwise known as isonicotinic acid hydrogide. It is a bactericidal drug, mainly acts on fast multiplying bacilli. Quiescent ones are only inhibited. Acts on both extracellular and intracellular bacilli. Equally active in acidic and alkaline medium. Not effective on other mycobacteria, and it is the cheapest anti-tubercular drug. Mechanism of action of isoniazid: it inhibits the synthesis of mycolic acid, which is a unique fatty acid component of the mycobacterial cell wall. INHA target gene is for INH action. INHA and KASA gene products function in mycolic acid synthesis. The mycobacteria concentrate isoniazid and convert it into an active metabolite by the enzyme catalase peroxidase. CatG gene encodes for this enzyme. The reactive INH metabolite forms adduct with NADP, which inhibits mycobacterial DHFRase enzyme, resulting in interruption of DNA synthesis. Resistance to isoniazid. Mutation of catalase peroxidase enzyme CATG gene is most common. Also, mutation in the target INHA gene. By these two mutations, resistance will develop to isoniazid. Pharmacokinetics. Isoniazid is well absorbed orally, widely distributed, penetrates all the body tissues, metabolized in the liver by acetylation reaction, and finally excreted in the urine. Isoniazid is having genetic polymorphism. The acetylation reaction is two types: fast acetylation and slow acetylation. In fast acetylators, the half life period is 1 hour. In slow acetylators, the half life period is 3 hours. The proportion of fast and slow acetylators differ in different parts of the world. In fast accelerators, mainly hepatotoxicity is seen due to toxic metabolite. In slow accelerators, peripheral neuritis is seen. Adverse effects of isoniazid: neurotoxicity, peripheral neuritis, paresthesia, numbness, mental disturbances, and convulsions will occur due to interference with the production of active coenzyme pyridoxal phosphate from pyridoxine and its increased excretion in the urine. So, for this, you can give prophylaxis to prevent the neurotoxicity. Pyridoxine 10 mg per day is given. For treatment of neurotoxicity, pyridoxine 100 mg per day should be supplemented. Other adverse effects: hepatotoxicity. Hepatitis is mainly seen in elderly patients and alcoholics due to a toxic metabolite, and others such as lethargy, rashes, anemia, arthralgia are also seen. Drug interactions of isoniazid. It is a microsomal enzyme inhibitor. It retards the metabolism of phenytoin, carbamazepine, warfarin, theophylline, etc. Rifampicin, other first line drug, is an enzyme inducer. So, concurrent use of both rifampicin and INH counteracts the enzyme inhibition of isoniazid. Coming to rifampicin, otherwise known as rifampin, it is a semi-synthetic derivative of rifamycin B obtained from Streptomyces mediterraneae. It is bactericidal drug, bactericidal to Mycobacterium tuberculosis and others like Staphylococcus aureus, Neisseria meningitis, Haemophilus influenza, E. coli, Klebsiella, Pseudomonas, Proteus, Legionella, and Mycobacterium leprae. Atypical mycobacteria are moderately susceptible. Rifampicin is bactericidal to all the subpopulations of TB bacilli. It acts better on slow dividing and spurters. It acts on both extracellular and intracellular bacilli. Rifampicin mechanism of action. It interrupts RNA synthesis by binding to the beta subunit of mycobacterial DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme and blocks the polymerization. This enzyme is encoded by RPOB gene. Coming to the resistance, the incidence of resistance is less than 10 to the power of minus 7. Mutation in RPOB gene reduces its affinity for the drug. Pharmacokinetics of rifampicin. Well absorbed orally, food decreases the absorption. So, taken on empty stomach, widely distributed in the body, enters tubercular cavities, caseous masses, crosses the placenta, meninges. After crossing the meninges, it is expelled by P glycoprotein, metabolized in the liver. Active deacetylated metabolite is excreted in both bile and urine. Desacetyl derivative undergoes enterohepatic circulation. Drug interactions. Rifampicin is a microsomal enzyme inducer, enhances its own metabolism and metabolism of others like oral contraceptive pills, corticosteroids, etc. Contraceptive failures have occurred when OC pills are combined with rifampicin, excreted in the bile, and enterohepatic circulation is seen. Adverse effects of rifampicin. Hepatitis is dose related, respiratory syndrome, cutaneous syndrome, flushing, pruritus, rash, redness, and watering of eyes. Flu like syndrome, in which chills, fever, headache, malaise, bone pain are seen. GI disturbances such as nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal cramps. Orange red colored urine and also secretions is seen when rifampicin is used. Other uses of rifampicin: leprosy, prophylaxis of meningococcal and Haemophilus influenza meningitis, and also carrier state. It is the second drug of choice for MRSA, diphtheroids, Legionella infections. Combination of doxycycline and rifampicin is the first line therapy of brucellosis. Pyrazinamide. It is chemically similar to isoniazid but weaker than isoniazid. It is weakly tuberculocidal, more active in acidic medium, more lethal to the intracellular bacilli and to the sites showing an inflammatory response. No other use. Highly effective during the first 2 months of therapy. It is having good sterilizing activity by killing the residual bacilli. Mechanism of action of pyrazinamide. It is converted into an active metabolite called pyraginoic acid by the enzyme pyrazinamidase. Inhibition of mycolic acid synthesis is the main mechanism. Enzyme is encoded by PNCA gene. This mechanism is similar to isoniazid but interacting with different fatty acid synthase also disrupts the cell membrane and its transport function. Resistance to pyrazinamide develops due to mutation in the PNCA gene. Pharmacokinetics of pyrazinamide: well absorbed orally, widely distributed, good penetration in CSF, so useful in meningeal TB, metabolized in the liver, excreted in the urine. Adverse effects of pyrogenamide. Hepatotoxicity is seen, hyperuricemia leading to gout due to inhibition of uric acid tubular secretion, and others like arthralgia, abdominal distress, flushing, rashes, fever, and loss of diabetes control. Coming to ethambutol, it is a synthetic straight chain compound, tuberculostatic drug, more susceptible or fast multiplying bacilli, also active against Mycobacterium avium complex and other mycobacteria. Mechanism of action. It inhibits arabinosyl transferase enzyme involved in arabinogalactan synthesis, thereby interfering with mycolic acid incorporation into mycobacterial cell wall. Mechanism of resistance. Mutation in the target gene EMBA gene will reduce the affinity of enzyme for ethambutol. Pharmacokinetics of ethambutol, well absorbed orally, widely distributed in body, penetrates meninges inconsistently when they are inflamed, metabolized in the liver, excreted in the urine and feces. Ethambutol adverse effects. GI disturbances are present, allergy, loss of visual acuity or color vision, color blindness, inability to distinguish between red and green colors, and also visual field defects are present. These are due to optic neuritis or retrobulbar neuritis. So, contraindicated in children below 6 years of age, and also nausea, fever, rash, peripheral neuritis are also seen, and rarely hyperuricemia. Streptomycin, it is tuberculocidal drug, less effective, acts only on extracellular bacilli because of poor penetration into the cells. It penetrates tubercular cavities but does not cross the blood brain barrier. Poor action is seen in acidic medium. It is given intramuscularly. Resistance to streptomycin develops rapidly when used alone. Adverse effects: nephrotoxicity, ototoxicity, and neuromuscular blockade. Mechanism of streptomycin: it inhibits the bacterial protein synthesis, and this streptomycin used only in addition to other first line drugs or as a reserve alternative. That's why it is called supplemental first line drug. In this picture, you can see the mechanism of actions of all the first line drugs. Second line drugs for TB: fluoroquinolones. These are potent oral bactericidal drugs active against Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium avium complex, Mycobacterium fortuitum, and other mycobacteria. acts on both intracellular and extracellular bacilli. The primary indication for these fluoroquinolones is drug resistant TB. Resistance develops by mutation in DNA gyrase gene. Aminoglycosides, which are injectable drugs, these are similar to streptomycin, included in the regimen for multi-drug resistant TB. Many Mycobacterium tuberculosis isolates resistant or susceptible to capreomycin, ethionamide, and prothionamide. These drugs acts on both extracellular and intracellular bacilli. Atypical mycobacteria are also sensitive. Mechanism of action similar to isoniazid, used only for drug resistant TB. Adverse effects: GI disturbances, metallic taste, hepatitis, skin rash, and peripheral neuritis, for which pyridoxine is needed. Para-amino salicylic acid. This is related to sulfonamide. So, mechanism of action is similar to sulfonamides. Inhibition of folate synthase enzyme. This is not active against any other bacteria. A tuberculostatic drug, low efficacy drug, and resistance develops very slowly. It delays the development of resistance to other drugs. Pharmacokinetics observed orally, distributed all over except CSF, competes with acetylation of isoniazid, so prolongs its half-life period. Adverse effects: GI disturbances, fever, rash, malaise, hypokalemia, goiter, and hepatitis. Cycloserine, the source is Streptococcus orchidaceus. It is a chemical analog of D-alanine. Mechanism of action: inhibits bacterial cell wall synthesis. Tuberculostatic drug also inhibit Mycobacterium avium complex, gram-positive bacteria, E. coli, and chlamydia. Resistance develops very slowly, used only in resistant TB cases. Adverse effects: CNS toxicity, particularly headache, tremors, psychosis, are seen. So, pyridoxine 100 mg per day will reduce the neurotoxicity. Rifamycins, under that rifabutin, it is related to rifampicin in structure and mechanism, but less active against Mycobacterium tuberculosis and more active against Mycobacterium avium complex. Cross resistance is seen between rifabutin and rifampicin. Rifabutin is used as a substitute for rifampicin to minimize the drug interactions, as it is not an enzyme inducer. Rifabutin also used for prophylaxis and treatment of Mycobacterium avium complex infections, particularly in AIDS patients. Rifampicin, this is also related to rifampicin in both structure and mechanism. It is having equal activity against Mycobacterium tuberculosis and more active against Mycobacterium avium complex. Rifampicin is a potent enzyme inducer. The half-life period is 15 hours, longer than rifampicin. Rifampicin is used as a substitute, mainly in continuation phase. Coming to the treatment of tuberculosis. Treatment of TB has undergone many changes. The conventional treatment is for 12 to 18 months and it is replaced by 6 months treatment. It is more effective and less toxic. The types of TB bacilli. Rapidly growing ones are seen in wall of the cavitary lesion. Slow growing bacilli are present in macrophages and inflamed sites. Spurters are seen in caseous material and the dormant ones are seen in bone marrow, mesenchymal stem cells. The rapidly growing bacilli are susceptible mainly to isoniazid. The slow growing bacilli are susceptible mainly to pyrazinamide. The spurters are mainly susceptible to rifampicin, and the last dormant ones are susceptible to no one. Goals of the TB treatment: to kill the dividing bacilli, to kill the persisting bacilli, and to prevent the emergence of resistance. General principles in the treatment of TB: single drug usage will result in emergence of resistant organisms and also relapse. A combination of two or more drugs must be used. A single drug is sufficient for prophylaxis. Resistance. The TB patients harbors 10 to the power of 8 to 10 to the power of 10 bacilli. The number of organisms developing resistance to a single drug is high, and the number of organisms developing resistance to two drugs will be very few. The incidence of H resistance among bacilli already resistant to R is 10 to the power of minus 6. Isoniazid and rifampicin combination is synergistic. The duration of treatment is shortened from more than 12 months to 9 months. Addition of pyrazinamide further reduces the duration of treatment to 6 months. A single daily dose of all anti-tubercular drugs preferred. WHO has recommended DOTS in 1995, directly observed treatment, short course chemotherapy. The response is fast in the first few weeks as the fast dividing bacilli are eliminated rapidly. The symptomatic relief is evident within 2 to 4 weeks. The adequacy of any regimen is decided by observing the sputum conversion rates and 2 to 5 year relapse rates after completion of the treatment. DOTS. All the regimens have an initial intensive phase lasting for 2 to 3 months, aimed to rapidly kill the TB bacilli bring about the sputum conversion and offered symptomatic relief. This is followed by continuation phase lasting for 4 to 6 months, during which the remaining bacilli are eliminated so that relapse does not occur. It is categorized by site of the disease, pulmonary or extrapulmonary, and its severity. Sputum smear, either positive or negative. History of the previous treatment and the risk of drug resistance is more in irregularly treated patients. Patients of smear positive pulmonary TB harbor and disseminate large number of bacilli. Initial treatment with 4 drugs reduces the risk of resistant bacilli. Continuation phase with 2 drugs is to cure the disease. Previously treated failure, default, and relapse cases are treated with a longer intensive phase, 5 drugs for 2 months and 4 drugs for 1 month. In the continuation phase, 3 drugs for 5 months are given instead of usual 4 months. Sputum smear negative pulmonary TB and extrapulmonary TB patients harbor fewer bacilli in their lesions. The risk of resistant bacilli is less. So, for initial phase, only 3 drugs. For continuation phase, only 2 drugs are needed. Previously, thrice weekly regimen is replaced by daily dose regimen. New regimen containing initial intensive phase and continuation phase. First, type of the patient. New patients. For them, in the initial phase, 2-HRZD is the regimen. 4 drugs should be given for 2 months. In the continuation phase, 4-HRE is the regimen. 3 drugs have to be given for 4 months. The total duration is for 6 months. Coming to the previously treated patients, for them, in the initial phase, 2 HRJDS plus 1 HRJD is the regimen. For 2 months, HRJDS have to be given, and for 1 month, HRJD have to be given. In the continuation phase, 5-HRE is the regimen. For 5 months, HRE should be given. The total duration is for 8 months. Coming to the dosages of the first line drugs. Daily dose based on body weight. Isoniazid 5 mg per kg 300 milligrams. Rifampicin 10 mg per kg 600 milligrams. Pyrogenamide 25 mg per kg 1500 milligrams. Ethambutol 15 mg per kg 1000 milligrams. Streptomycin 15 mg per kg 1000 milligrams. Fixed dose combinations are also available. Intensive phase tablet contain the following drugs. Continuation phase tablet contains the following 3 drugs. These fixed dose combination tablets are also based on body weight. Multi-drug resistant TB. It is defined as resistance to both H and R and maybe any number of other anti-TB drugs. MDR-TB, a more rapid course. Some may die in 4 to 16 weeks. Treatment of these cases is difficult because one or more second line drugs are to be given for 12 to 24 months. The second line drugs are less efficacious, less convenient, more toxic, more expensive. RNTCP initiated DOTS Plus in the year 2000 and updated in 2010. Standard regimen is followed from the year 2016. RNTCP regimen for MDR-TB. Intensive phase for 6 to 9 months. Kanamycin, levofloxacin, ethionamide, cycloserine, ethambutol plus pyridoxine and pyrazinamide. And in the continuation phase for 18 months, levofloxacin, ethionamide, cycloserine and ethambutol should be given. Rifampicin resistant TB. It is treated as MDR-TB. Isoniazid is added to MDR regimen in both intensive and continuation phases. Monodrug resistant TB, RR-TB, resistant to one first-line drug other than rifampicin. The regimen: intensive phase for 6 months, rifampicin plus 2 first-line drugs plus 1 injectable second-line drug plus 1 fluoroquinolone. In the continuation phase for 6 months, injectable drug is stopped and the remaining same regimen is followed. Polydrug resistant TB, resistant to more than one first line drug other than rifampicin. Regimen: intensive phase for 6 months, rifampicin plus 1 first line drug plus 1 injectable second line drug plus 1 fluoroquinolone plus 1 oral second line drug. In the continuation phase, which lasts for 6 months, the injectable drug is stopped and the remaining same regimen is followed. Coming to XDR TB, extensive drug resistant TB. Here, the bacilli are resistant to at least 4 most effective cidal drugs, that is isoniazid, rifampicin, fluoroquinolone, and one of the aminoglycosides, kanamycin, amikacin, capreomycin. XDR-TB is very difficult to treat. MDR regimen should be immediately stopped. RNTCP has recommended a regimen for XDR-TB. Intensive phase: 7 drugs should be given for 12 months. In continuation phase, 6 drugs should be given for 18 months. In the intensive phase, capreomycin 1000 mg, moxifloxacin 400 mg, high dose isoniazid 900 mg, para-amino salicylic acid 12 grams, clofazimine 200 mg, linezolid 600 mg, amoxiclav 875 plus 125 mg, 2 tablets morning, 1 in the evening. And in the continuation phase, 6 drugs: moxifloxacin 400 mg, high dose isoniazid 900 mg, para-amino salicylic acid 12 grams, clofazimine 200 mg, linezolid 600 mg, amoxiclav same tablet. Coming to the treatment of tuberculosis in special groups, pregnant women and HIV patients. In pregnant women, HRJD or safe, streptomycin is contraindicated. WHO regimen for 6 months is 2 HRJD plus 4 HRE. Pyridoxine 25 mg should be added to isoniazid. In lactating women, all are safe. Standard regimen is given. Breastfeeding should be continued. Infant should be given 6-month isoniazid preventive treatment followed by BCG vaccination. Infants should be given pyridoxine tablet 5 mg per day. Management of the patients with adverse drug reactions to anti-tubercular drugs. First line drugs are well tolerated. Nausea, anorexia, if these are present, take the drugs with small meals. Drowsiness, drugs should be taken before bedtime. Pyrazinamide causes arthralgia. If this is present, give NSAIDs. Isoniazid will cause peripheral neuritis. So, pyridoxine should be added to isoniazid. If severe allergic reactions are seen, all the drugs should be stopped and reintroduced one by one after resolution. When offending drug is identified, it is stopped. Rifampicin should never be reintroduced in case of severe reaction such as hemolysis, renal failure, thrombocytopenia. Ethambutol should be discontinued at the first indication of optic neuritis. Hepatotoxicity, HRZ, could be causative and occurs with combination also. In case hepatitis develops, all these drugs should be stopped and ethambutol plus streptomycin plus 1 fluoroquinolone may be started. When hepatitis clears, HRZ should be reintroduced one by one. Rifampicin is resumed first, followed by isoniazid 7 days later. Chemoprophylaxis. The goal to prevent progression of latent TB infection to active disease is the goal of chemoprophylaxis. This is indicated only in contacts of open cases who show recent Mantoux conversion and children with sputum positive TB patient in the family. Neonate of the tubercular mother. Patients of leukemia, diabetes, silicosis, and the patients who are receiving immunosuppressants or long term corticosteroids, and HIV infected contacts of sputum positive cases. Standard drug for chemoprophylaxis of TB is isoniazid 300 mg daily for 6 months or isoniazid and rifampicin once a week, given for 3 months. The MDR TB contacts should be watched carefully without giving prophylaxis. Role of corticosteroids in TB. Corticosteroids should not be ordinarily used in TB patients. They are indicated in seriously ill patients, miliary TB or severe pulmonary TB, when hypersensitivity reactions occur to the drugs, and also in meningeal TB, renal TB, pericardial TB, pleural effusion to reduce exudation and prevent its organization strictures. Also given in the AIDS patients with severe manifestations of TB. Corticosteroids are contraindicated in intestinal TB. Silent perforation can occur in them. Corticosteroids, if given, should be gradually withdrawn when the general condition of the patient improves. Association of HIV and TB infection is a serious problem. Adverse reactions to anti TB drugs are more common in HIV patients. Introduction of highly active antiretroviral therapy, HART therapy, and improvement in CD4 plus cell count reduces the incidence of TB among HIV patients. In case of tuberculosis among HIV patients, the drugs used are the same as in non HIV cases, but the duration is longer and at least 4 drugs should be used. The intensive phase with 2-month HRJD is started. In the continuation phase, HRE should be given for 7 months. Daily dosing should be followed. Pyridoxine 25 to 50 mg per day is routinely given along with isoniazid to counteract its neurological side effects, which are more likely in AIDS patients. Cotrimoxazole also given to prevent pneumocystis jirovecii and other infections. MDR-TB in HIV patients should be treated for a total of 24 months. Drug interactions. Rifampicin is an enzyme inducer, enhances the metabolism of protease inhibitors, NNRTIs, and is ineffective. Rifabutin is a less potent enzyme inducer. So, rifabutin is substituted for rifampicin.